Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Have an earlier stream today just to make logistics work. If I would have streamed every day this week. But we had exams and finals and stuff. But regardless, we are here and we're ready to warm up. Today would have been. Oh, is my camera crooked? Feels like it. Dark mode. There we go. So yeah, it would have been a 50% Friday today, but I forgot, and I prepared everything and got in the mood for lesson 6. And so we're just gonna do lesson 6. We could do some 50% Friday tomorrow or something. So just 50%. I have a big gravel drawing that I've been wanting to work on. I actually want to texture it and color it with stuff this time. But for now, we're just gonna worry about lesson 6. Kind of take the edge off. Make my brain not have to deal with 50% right now and just push it to tomorrow. And I have a ton more time, so I will be drawing a lot more than usual in my free time as well. That's my justification for no 50% today, but it's gonna be exciting. In fact, I may work on that gravel drawing part on stream, part off stream. I always enjoys those a lot because I could do a lot of hard thinking on my own and then worry about everything after that. Just do all the fun stuff, chill with you guys, draw all that on stream. Especially when it comes down to initial construction. And actually, with this one, depending on the size, I could even get a big piece of paper. This one will use the drawing I have in mind. Will have a lot of perspective things in it. And construction things, which I'm not sure how much I want to commit to on it yet, but it would be a very cool drawing. And I chose the Talos Principle last stream, so I'm playing Talos Principle 2, but we may swap it. In fact, I'm going to swap it right now. Oh, there we go. Some Stardew. Be a pretty good day today. In fact, I have some very annoying homework. It's pretty easy to do, relatively. It's just a lot of writing, but man, I don't want to do it. I want to do anything but it. And it's such tiring work that when I finished, I don't want to do any mentally laborious stuff. Sure, I like making things, but that does still require energy. And it's tough because I would really like some of my creative pursuits to not take so much brain power. Because I just feel tired, I need a brain break after doing these things. Which I definitely would rather that not be the case. And man, my line works okay today. A little bit of overshooting, but nothing horrible. But this stream we will be tackling the ellipses. So we'll do some warm-up ellipses. I really don't want to draw them, especially because we don't have a very square face to our cylinder. But we'll deal. We'll try our best regardless. Ellipses are a rather annoying part of life. Glad I double checked this one. That is much different. Oof, what? Huh. Sounds gonna be much lower than I thought it would be. Hey. Those curled pages. They always make me so upset. Ghosting. Oof. Okay, let's do the rest of our warm up with a ballpoint to be somewhat realistic. Oh goodness. Okay, this man, my ballpoint. So here's my fine liner cap. Here's my ballpoint cap. I almost confused those a little bit. Trusty ballpoint that looks weirdly a lot like a pencil. Oof. Very bad fraying there. So much finer than my fine liner, so those wobbles really are really noticeable. Oof. Good that we're warming up with these now. Loving this song. Oh, Final Fantasy. There you go. Let's do a plain. Hey, lost focus right there. Jeez. Okay, let's do some large ellipses. Ones that may appear in our barrel demo. Not too horrible. I realize I need to push the G's. Flashbanging you guys, my apologies. It's okay. The minor axis or major axis is pretty off there, but we'll call it. So, 2 minutes of ads, you guys know the drill. Then we're going to come back and continue on our barrel demo. So, be right back. Cool. We should be back. Carefully extracting my previous drawing. Oh, it's so not like was I high when I made this? How it is so non-square. Whatever though. We've drawn worse things, right? Take a quick sip of water and then we'll jump back in. In fact, I will need at some point to grab my French curves. But for now, let's see. Our next step is defining the like width of the oops uh bottom thing, and I'm gonna say like probably about right here is the vibe I'm getting. And man, was I high again? Because that maybe it's even smaller. Maybe it goes like right here. Hmm. Let's get started. Yeah, because it's very let's if we were to assign a ratio it feels like 1/2. I feel like we're in here. If I drew this line, I'd take a point, I'd drop it down. We could also drop this down, like continue it, which we're gonna do. I think that'd be wise. Do we need that line though? Uncomfortable draws it, but why would we need it? Because yeah, if I wanted to state the size of this, I think it is smaller than the diameter of what we're going to do in here. So I'm actually going to establish the circular part of the barrel and then go down here and then define that. Because I feel like this is the subject, and then from that I'll make a decision. And last time we remembered we don't need to draw our lines all the way across here. And following what did uncomfortable do to mirror this? Because like if I had it right here, you can't really mirror it that easily by going through the center unless you had a line. I see. Okay. And yeah, so determining the radius is going to be a bit difficult. I feel like the curve, it's not super subtle. So I'd say like right here is my guess. Maybe a bit larger. Let's see right there. That is our choice. So we'll cut out what is supposed to be the square inside of that, but it isn't. And this one is super far away. Almost. Gonna be extra still. Now we can mirror. Right? No, because these are on. It would have to go all the way up here. Oh, but yeah, but now we can. Oh, yeah, you'd need to draw it all the way through. And we can't do that. Or, I mean, we can, just we're not going to. Now, does this feel correct? Yep. Passes the sanity check. It's awfully small. Yikes. Well, we'll continue. Man. Oh, there we go. Now, I'm going to do something rather interesting here. And even though I technically don't need to, I'm going to project both of these this way. Nope, accidental line. That's always nice. So yeah, we have this. And now, ideally, if we did it correctly, to minimize error, we can check. And we're just a little bit off, but I think that'll be okay. This music gives me like church music vibes. This line seems a little bit off over here, but I'm going to guess it's okay. So now, once we project these points onto this back plane, I'm also going to double check that the points that, like let's say we project these two back here, then I'm also going to double check that they line up with this VP as well. So some sanity checks in there, because that's what killed us last time. Killed us. I keep doing W's on stream. I don't usually talk, like I don't say killed in real life. I don't know why I do it so much on stream. Or maybe I just only notice it on stream, who knows. I was a bit apprehensive to drawing today, I don't know why. But I'm glad to know that right now I'm actually quite happy. Maybe it was because I just had that annoying homework that just kind of made anxieties high. Maybe I had to move stream because I needed to have other stuff to fit into my day. Who knows? Here's an interesting issue. See this midline that goes down here? It also passes through this point. You guys can't see that. See this midline? That also passes through this point. So that means any point that is projected backwards should be aligned to this one. But I'm getting a point that's right here. Is there any reason why that would be? Not really. Other than just human error, I think. So yeah, if this aligns this well with this, that just means my midline is off. It does look off. Well, I'm going to stick to what I know is correct then. So even when drawing, I mean, that's the thing, it's a trade-off of accuracy. When we're drawing these cross sections, actually, yeah, given we couldn't really do anything, it was just compounding human error, so. Just gonna double check this. Nice. We're gonna go up to our friend up here. This is the one that got us last time, for whatever reason. And I can sense it will do the same. It feels too close over there. Okay, so now we're going to double check these points. Just make sure they make sense in the context of our whole drawing. Nice. Go over here. Oh, that's not lined up at all. I remember talking about approximating that further one, but this seems very, very off. Okay, that seems a bit more accurate, so we'll stick with that. And we placed the point on the right line, but it does not seem like it lines up correctly. Look at this. So we'll kind of massage those points to be in the correct place. No, I can already tell this is very off. These lines are converging, which means it's not going to the correct VP. Yeah, look at that. What the heck? That should be going to right here-ish. That's going to change the game between these two now as well. So we should have checked those two in the first place, but it's whatever. Scare music is kind of perfect right now. That's the vibe I'm having. That's fairly accurate. I can't complain about that one too much. Once again, we'll check over here. Should have done all of these in one pass, but I don't think that far ahead. This one feels closer in. So we're gonna go right here. Oh shoot, wait, we brought it in even though I moved it out in the first place. Frick. Forgot that was the one we started with. Who knew this step, which seems so benign, is like crazy. Lots of stuff to think about. Yeah, I think we can move it to be right here and we'll be fine. That'll make everybody happy, I think. Let's double triple check it now that the projections are still relatively correct. What I'm doing at this point is like I know that I'm going to be inaccurate with a lot of this. So I'm just trying to like minimize the number of completely incorrect lines. Which are going to happen. We just choose how we best want to mitigate those. It's going to happen. We're going to have errors. We have to be smart in how we distribute those. So you can still, like, sure, you may not be able to control the amount of error, but you can control where it happens in a way. Like if you know you're going to be off in one spot, my stupid ruler jumped right there. There we go. And yeah, it's still not the best, but it's much better than the alternative, so we'll take it. So yeah, now we have an idea of how big the barrel is. I see how Uncomfortable did this now. And if I watched the video more closely, I probably would have seen it. He projected one line back and then reconstructed it from over there. And we kind of did that. Ours was a little bit different, but that makes a ton of sense. He did basically what is this? That is effective. And now, so now we have a line on the bottom right, and we can decide how thick we want our little thing under it to be. Actually, no, that's not on the pure bottom. So we have decision to make there. So yeah, if it was, this line was on the top of this box or at the bottom of this box, it'd be right here, going right here-ish. So about this size. Now the question is, do we want to be smaller or larger than that? The initial kind of circle of our... I think, yeah, we want to be longer. Uncomfortable is truthing right there. Or we could do the same size. That'd be a little bit confusing, but... Because, yeah, we can see... Sorry, I don't have the reference up right now, but we can see that there's a little corner visible. The barrel. We should also draw the minor axis, too, while we're at it. That's an easy line that we can draw. It's like a decision I don't want to make until I have to, but that's if we curve down here. Let's get a French curve out. Ay, ay, ay. See, what would we use? One that's pretty uniform. This one, here we go. It's not going to reach the top of the box, though. I don't think I have one capable of doing that other than this one, but that one, this one is not very circular. Oh, there we go. But it's oh, and that's why. Oh, okay, that's why Uncomfortable. We were talking about this last stream. We couldn't figure out why. Why, oh, why Mr. Uncomfortable had this center line through the top. It's because that's where the like top of the arc will meet. So we can rather easily question mark do this. Let's see. We needed to find the point over here. Yeah, I think it would just be easiest to use the big ruler for that. Just go all the way down to the VP. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Oh wait, no. Only a little bit. There we go. Midline. So now we know that here it's going to arc like that. So will our French curve give us that? I doubt it. Holy moly, it'll do it. Will it look correct? I think we should try it. We'll try it on tracing paper first. But anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves because we need to do the bottom. Because yeah, we'll have a curve. Where's the bottom of the curve hit? And yeah, it only has to touch this. It doesn't have to touch like that. It has to be at its highest there. It doesn't necessarily have to hit the edge. The entire thing. And yeah, the reason I want to do it on tracing paper first is it may go up here. It kind of starts curving down, and we want it to be like rather uniform there. And down here. I'm not sure if it should jut out that much. It should be a smoother curve. It should still be at its highest at the midpoint, but now we can actually do this as well. I'm gonna carve out the whole midsection just to make our lives a little bit easier. Ay, ay, ay. This feels incorrect because it should be relatively close to that line, yet it's not. See, that don't make sense. What is going on with this line? I guess it's another one of the error midlines we're talking about. It's just gonna look weird no matter what. So I'll try to my best to account for both of those, but the VP is closer than that one's leading on. Yeah, most lines agree with that, so. Midlines being incorrect is a relatively rough change here. It's like this. We should check the line, but it feels okay, so we're going to draw it anyways. And then regret it like 10 seconds later. Yeah. Frick. Maybe less than 10 seconds. I wonder what dictates this curve, like how, because like if we go all the way up here, how does that curve affect going all the way down here? Do we go all the way? Feel a bit strange if we did. Does Uncomfortable do that? He does not. But he also doesn't go all the way with the top one. Many a question to be answered here. We also have a flatter top plane. No, we're about equal in that regard. I'm not going to even try to math this one out. I don't have any heuristic in my brain to like inform how this curve should behave. Once arcs start happening, I don't mess with that. I'm good. Thank you. Okay, we know the barrel is this size. We have a curve. This is very close to that. I say screw it. We make that curve once we're here. And also, yeah, let's pull out the tracing paper and just see what kind of effect this has. It's going to be a bit harder to see because it is tracing paper with ballpoint, so if we need to use a different pen, that'll be fine. My tracing paper, I like to make a stationary mark, or like a mark to indicate where I am, where everything lines up. So my brain was telling me do this. Yeah, that clearly has a weird curve at the back, so I'm glad we didn't commit to that initially. If we did one of these, what would that look like? I feel like it's still a bit too like bowing. And I feel like if we did an ellipse in the center, which these ellipses are going to be mighty weird because we don't have squares. As a general guesstimate. Yeah, so it's gonna like curve like this. That's it. Okay. So this lower one could actually probably accomplish that quite well. Look at that. It doesn't give it that bulging feel though, which I was kind of looking for. Yeah, it doesn't. This still doesn't have that very barrel feeling. You know, it's very rotund. But there's no ellipse that could sit there and be that size. I say we also draw a cylinder in the middle. And to do that, well, guess what? We already have all the points. Remember our contact points? We contacted here. Or, sorry, an ellipse in the center. Here and here. Here comes the hardest part of the stream. I've been dreading this. Let's get it over with. We need to draw an ellipse. It follows this major axis. Touches all of these points. Thankfully, we have this like pretty explicitly on the page, so it makes our job a little bit easier. Like, I'm gonna want to try to follow the diagonal instead of it's actually here. Oof. And we are fighting an uphill battle because this is not a square, so we can't possibly fit a ellipse in here. We know that the major axis is going to be over here, somewhere like this. Spilled out, but it was okay. It's okay. There's been much worse, including the one we're about to do, because this one's just like a pure rectangle. Can't even argue it. It's rough. Let's see. This one, the major axis, can be going up like that, somewhere over here, I think. That's gonna be somewhere over there, so it's gonna be like this. That sucked. Terrible. Okay. It happens. Okay, let's continue. Let's do the bigger ellipse, because I wanted to commit to that. Rather ironically, I think the degree is like decreasing as we travel through this. Yikes. Like, do we need a French curve for this? Let's see. There's not much that could emulate it, so we'll just freehand it. This is ugly as hell. Yikes. Maybe a branching method would have been useful up here for completing those longer lines. Ugh. I want to do another one of these just to see. But okay, so here's the barrel. Let's go right here. It's a very weird spot. In fact, I'm going to do it right here where these two intersect, because then we could just push it back. So it's exactly where this diagonal lands, so we don't even need to think about it. Very nice. If that was the correct line, but it's actually this line. I was wondering why I was so off. There we go. Yes, that. And since this line goes like this, we can mirror it. And we can't. Oh yeah, we just know for a fact that it goes right there. What a good pick. Which means this diagonal right here. Nice. I Yo, what's up, Naya? How's it moving? Hope today's treating you well. Pretty good. Chilling out, doing some barrel construction. It's not going very well, but that's just kind of back for a bit. Huge. Well, welcome back. Okay, we have the sides of this knocked out. Then uncomfortable continues to add detail, so we'll do the same. He kind of goes crazy with it here. It kind of loses the coherence. You're going to be joining Drawbox? Oh, stream. Huge. Awesome. That's really cool. What are you going to stream? Art, heck yeah. You're going to be doing digital or traditional? Let's do. It's not very thick. We'll do. We'll do it right here. Even though it's an accidental line, I don't care. Traditional, nice, nice. Well, heck yeah. Wish you the best of luck with that. We actually won't be streaming too much this winter because I will be away for a bit. But whenever you do begin that, I do wish you the best of luck. Why do you want to stream art? Heck yeah. Oh, why? Sorry. Yeah. Why do you want to hydrate? I will, or hydrate. Why do you want to stream art? And I will hydrate in just a second. Oof, this is getting messy. I just realized I've been muted this whole time. I'm an idiot. Holy crap. I don't know how long I've been muted, guys. I'm gonna be really. I don't know. I said hi to Rise at one point. I'm not sure if that ever. Oh my gosh, yeah. I muted whenever I drank my water a while ago. Ugh. I'm stupid. Oh my god. Oh. Yikes, man. Ugh. We're gonna call it here for tonight. I'm not sure if I'm gonna texture this or add the other details. I feel like that is not totally the point here. But nonetheless, that was some work. We learned a lot. As a quick review, squares are hard. Proportions are hard. Hold your ruler steady. Don't do thick lines until the very end, even though it may help a little bit. Don't wait to do a line, wait till the end. Verify midlines, even though they are kind of constrained. You could probably work away with a little bit less error. Only draw the lines that you need. Use mirroring as soon as as often as possible. Yeah, that's about all for right now. So we're gonna call it there, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. We're gonna be streaming as much as I can. I don't really have any planned days off. Maybe next Thursday, probably. We're gonna try to do 50% Friday tomorrow, and then return back to lesson 6, whatever's next, if we choose to continue texturing this or whatever. So thank you very much for watching, Naya and Rise, and I can't not wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.